Hi everybody, welcome to this video. Hope you're doing good. We are discussing spiritual matters and why and how spirituality can help us. This is old school spirituality. This has nothing to do with modern day Christians or modern day anything. This has to do with old school teachings both out of India, out of shamanic practices, out of Buddhism. It's all what has become what we call mindfulness. We call it meditation. And meditation is, so there's a writing from the early, like about 1700 years before Christ. So a long time ago, the Upanishads were written. And the Upanishads is the origin of the yoga teachings. And Upanishad, the word Upanishad means to sit with, which is meditation. It's what meditation is all about. And I find it really interesting that already 3,000 to 4,000 years ago, the spiritual solution, the solution for life that they had come up with was to sit and meditate. And why I'm bringing this up now is because when we bring this into relevance, into our own day-to-day life, because that's the thing, how is this relevant to me? Why would I sit and meditate? Well, do you feel stressed out in life? Do you feel like you're being distracted by too many things, or that there's a lot of negativity in the world, or the relationships are way too hard to handle, or do you not, you feel lost? Because so many of us do. It's a very normal way to exist nowadays. Like it's very, very, very common that we feel that way as we walk through life. Because we weren't really, like when we went through regular school, we weren't really given the tools to actually exist. We were given tools to learn how to count, to learn how to, read books, learn about history, all of those things. But we were not given the tools for how to live a life that really feels good. And we may think from our parents that it's good if we can have a bunch of money in the bank account, then we can feel good. But it turns out that rich people are not happier than poor people. Now, there are other stressors in life, depending on your financial status. There's a stress of losing all your money, or there's a stress of not having enough money. But it's really kind of very close to being the same. So, how meditation can help us is by coming back into ourselves. We learn how to not listen to that mind, because the mind becomes an incessant screaming. At times it is like a screaming in your head, right? And other times it's just way too much going on at the same time, and we are very distracted, and it's hard to stay focused on one task. These are all signs of our modern social disease. This is that we are not at ease with ourselves. And it's sort of how the programming of society has turned out to be. It's how it works here, right? We have become very, very, the more distracted we are, the easier it is to lead us, the easier it is to buy things online or buy things from commercials and all that stuff. So because it's a consumer-driven society, the more we lose ourselves, the easier it is to make money of us. And so my thought for you is that if you find your way into your heart, which means we drop our minds into our hearts. When we drop our minds into our hearts, we feel a shift. There's a shift of energy, and there's a shift of your perception. So when we are still in mind, our perception may be, I can't believe we have this kind of a president, or I can't believe we have that kind of a president, or that kind of a leadership, or I can't believe that there's fires everywhere. I can't believe that this is so horrible, that is so horrible. And our focus is more, or you could be distracted by social media, and I can't believe that Kanye did this, or that Kim K. Kardashian did this, or whoever did that. We are all very distracted, and it's a way to become like emotionally not centered. because we get worked up about everything. We get, oh God, oh God, oh God. We get worked up about everything. So we're never centered. We're never still here. And as we drop our minds into our heart, now I did not coin that saying. That was coined by Sri Ramana Maharshi, a very beautiful sage from India, from the late 1800s to the mid 1900s. And he coined that term. He was also big into what's called self-inquiry, which is, who am I? And when you get into that question, you get to know the mighty I am, which is the true you. All these distractions, all these thoughts, all this ADHD-like behavior that we all have nowadays is not you. It's your mind going a little crazy over too much input, too much stimulants, too much going on. As we can slow down and pull back into our hearts, back into ourselves, we find that peace. Here's also where old school shamanism can come into play. Old school shamanism talks about connecting to Mother Earth, original energy, connecting to the earth, which is our mother. And when we break that down, we can see that, everything that we consume comes out of Earth Mother. All the foods, be it vegetables or be it cow. I don't eat cow any longer. I don't eat any meat any longer. But if you do, the cow comes out of the ground. You may not think it does. But what does the cow eat? Everything comes out of the ground. And we don't recognize, we don't know that even today that we are in this force field, this energetic electromagnetic field that surrounds our Earth, and we living in it. And what we don't understand is that we are connected to it regardless of if we want to or not. And we are not alone. We're always in that field. We're always connected. But we miss that point. So, but when we come back into heart, we actually recognize and that's what's going on. So my suggestion to you, this is why I'm talking about meditation as well, is to find your way into you. Find your way past your mind. One way to do it is to drop your mind into your heart. Another way to do it is through breathing exercises, through different yogic techniques of breathing exercises that are beautiful. Or sound baths, sound healing. Focusing your mind on a single point. Put your hand up and go stop. Whatever you need to do to find your stillness, find your off button. Follow the sound. And allow that sound to guide you to your heart. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. We shall talk soon. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to like and subscribe or write to me. All right. Namaste and aho.